Welcome, everyone. John Zager, johnzager.com. How are y'all? It's a pretty darn nice early evening here on the eastern slope. It says 89 degrees, but it's real dry, so doesn't feel anything like 89. I'm back out at the lake, and there's a couple paddle boarders out here. They look like they're having a pretty good time paddleboarding. But anyway, I have the phone sitting on my steering wheel, and it works really good right here until this afternoon when I was doing it and it fell. It didn't turn out so well. Kind of screwed up a lot of stuff. But I'm going to turn the air conditioner on a little bit. You might be able to hear that. I'm also going to put on headphones so that the volume is better and you can hear better. I should have done this earlier, but I didn't. I don't think it matters. A lot of birds on the water tonight. A lot of geese over here, Canada geese. There's another three groups of Canada geese over there. This fell in the water, so maybe everything will short circuit when I put it in a second. All right, so there it is. Let's see how that works. I might have to hold that a little bit because it doesn't quite want to stay up. Let me just see if this will go up anymore. No, it won't. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to talk about people that don't have people. And this is relating to the pandemic. And it's kind of became important when the pandemic first happened and everybody was trying to get a hold of everybody to see if they were okay, right? And they come to find out that, number one, you can't go find the seniors or your grandparents or your parents. It just, you got to keep that 6-foot social distancing, and you have to be between glass or plexiglass or something like that. And so there was a lot of people that were semi by themselves that became isolated. That makes sense? And as a result of that, people became depressed. And they withdrew more. And they had no place to go. I mean, you just read the different stories about people commenting about, I can't talk to my family anymore. I can't see my family. I can't go anywhere. I'm isolated to my room, to my house. I feel like I'm getting depressed more and more. I'm lonely. I'm frightened. I'm scared. Who's going to take care of me? What if? All that stuff started coming out. And then there's the other people who are isolated, right? And they may not be the older people, but they may be the people with the personality traits that make them more prone to get depressed. And what's depression? Depression is anger turned inside. So they get depressed, and if nothing's going well for that direction of being depressed, then all of a sudden the anger comes out. And then they're looking for a cause, and then all of a sudden we have a cause that comes up, and everybody's real angry and bitter, and they want to jump on the bandwagon. And all they're doing is venting anger from the event that occurred, one, and from the pandemic, you know? And to even complicate that even more, then you have, boy, there was a lot of talk about this. You know, it's like a police state. The government, from the president down to governors, mayors, they were basically saying what you could or couldn't do, and when you could and when you would not be able to, if you could go out, or when you could go out, or if they're going to let you go out. You sort of lost a lot of rights during that particular time. And if you recall, there was a lot of people commenting about stuff like that, and not happily commenting about that. Here's what I'm talking about tonight. I think there's a lot of people that are hurting right now. I think there's a lot of people that are depressed and angry and scared. And they're trying to make good decisions. But they really don't have the people they used to have to bounce ideas off of. And when they go home in the evening, they go home to nobody. They don't have a wife. They don't have a girlfriend. They don't have their buddies that they used to go play golf with, go fishing with. The younger ones, aren't going to the bars as they used to, chasing the girls, drinking. There's a lot of loneliness that's not being spoken about. And I guess I want to bring that up as a concern for all of us. And here's what I suggest. I have my red Solo cup still. Boy, I love my red Solo cup. I've got iced tea. Lots of ice, lots of tea. I would bet that there's a lot of people that are not sleeping at night. It's just a hunch. I would guess there's a lot of people that go to bed and toss and turn, and they get up and down. They get up early. You know what I mean? They go to bed early. They get up early. They're not sleeping well. Their subconscious, their operating system, their dreams are not about wishes and desires, but their dreams are about having somebody around, having some importance, having a purpose, having a meaning, having a direction, having something to get up for in the morning, having a place to go to work. Look at the people that don't go to work anymore. They now work at home. I'm taking a guess at this, that was a lot of fun for a while, but they sort of miss being at work and being around the people. Gave them a sense of purpose, of community, right? I think there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that we're not addressing. And here's the scary part to me. This is to me. It may not be to anybody else, and that's okay. But the scary part for me is that it's going to surface in the near future. I don't know if I haven't seen, they're probably out there, the statistics on suicide. People just, I'm dead. I don't want to do this anymore. This is no fun. I'm dead. That kind of thing. I wonder if that's gone up at all. Did you notice, and here's another comment that's absolutely accurate. As soon as they gave the go-ahead for people to go out of their houses, which was after, I don't know, a couple months or something like that, the killings went up. The violence went up. This whole episode that occurred here recently just gave everybody permission to get all their anger and rage out. Right? I think it's a lot worse than what it is. I think there's a lot of people that are really angry and upset and hurt and depressed and rageful. And they have nobody. They have nobody. And this is true. There are people out there that have nobody to bounce stuff off of. Here's the last example. Church. I'm a religious guy. I love my religion. I love going to church. I like being around people. I like being in a community like that. I like sharing ideas. I like all that stuff. There's times in my life where I'm Catholic, so I like going to daily mass once in a while. Not all the time, but once in a while I like going to daily mass. I like mass on Saturday night. All that was taken away from people. Do you know how extremely important that is to a lot of people? Not all people, but to a lot of people. Having a religion, having a greater consciousness, a greater intelligence, a divine being, a creator that you can talk with and worship on your Sunday services. See the people you see every week. You're not going there anymore. You can't see anybody. So, I hope it gets better before it gets worse. And I hope that all of you that are listening, I think on YouTube I have 7 people. So, if there's 7 people listening, go check on somebody. Just go check on somebody. Call them up. Say, what's up? How are you doing? Text them. Send them an email. Say something so that they have to answer. Try to read their emotions. We all have a little bit of a psychologist inside of us, and we're all better at that stuff than we really think we are. But see if you can get a feeling and a handle on the people that are alone. Do something about it. Do something about it. You might be in a wonderful relationship and have a great family and all the loving and nurturance that you need. There's a lot of people out there that don't have that. So follow up on that if you would. It's not a big deal. It's just a human thing to do. God bless everybody. Take care of one another, and I'll look forward to talking to y'all again real soon. Thanks a lot. See you. Bye.